Hey guys. Okay, got another Adventures of Richard. Oh, Christ. So, this is gonna be a long one. A lot happened last night. A lot happened last night. There we go. So, everything's beautiful all day. I had a great day. Watched a hockey game. We won 6-1. Great day. I eat supper and then I go to bed. So I'm going to bed. Everything's nice and quiet. I can hear them talking to me. I don't want to talk. I'm too tired from the last video of all the drama that happened in the last video. But nevertheless, here I am, and all of a sudden I hear that distinct voice of Queenie. I go, "Who's there?" And they go, "Blah, the kids, my wife, Christ." And I go, "Well, who's the other voice?" And they go, "It's Queenie." And I thought she was gone. Nope. As far as I'm concerned, Christ lied to me. But he's got his program to stick to. That's all there is to it. I'm like, oh, great. So I didn't think anything would happen. I fell asleep. I had a dream. I don't remember it. I woke up at 2 o'clock. Dead on. Every time I wake up at 2 o'clock. I wake up at 2 o'clock. I went to the bathroom. Lay back down to bed. And I wasn't even in bed a minute. And all of a sudden she's floating around inside me. Get out of here, girl. Anyway, she's floating around my loins. And I can feel it tingling. I can feel everything tingling down there. And I'm like, oh no, no. So I tried to get rid of her. I'm smacking at her, swatting at her, I'm yelling at everybody. And I was nice about it. And then I couldn't get rid of her. And they wanted me to go to sleep. So I knew I was going to have sex dreams. So I said, fuck it. I got up, I went on the computer. So I'm on the computer for about half an hour, laid back down, it started again. And I couldn't sleep, got back up, went on the computer again, screwed around for like 10 minutes, trying to break this cycle. And nothing happened. I laid back down and I lost my shit. She was there still, and I lost it. And I was fury. I told everybody to F off. Everybody. I told Christ. And he goes, and now they're making excuses. Well, we needed to do this. She's got to do this. She got to do that. I go, I've been through it countless times. I'm done. I've had it. No more sex dreams. And he goes, you don't understand. You got to do it. We got to do it for this reason, this reason. Then my wife came in, started yelling at my head. We got to do it. Grow up. Stop being a jerk. And I go, I don't want you vultures sitting around watching me screw a bunch of fucking whores in a dream, okay? I'm sick of it. I don't like it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. And that was it. That was it, basically. I said, look, I already did this 100 times. I'm done. You know what I've got to say. I'm done. And then I yelled at her. She goes, don't you yell at me. And I go, I'll fucking yell at you. You get the hell out of here. I don't ever want to see you again. Take your shit and leave. I go, kids, I love you. But you're wrong in this, and I don't give a shit. And when she yells in my head, I had 7 years of her yelling in my head every day, every night, okay? I lose it real quick. And that's physical me, not spirit me. Some of my soul. I lose it. And it's not like I don't love her. But here, in my head, you have no idea. And I told her, you have no fucking idea how you're fucking killing me here. When I tell you to shut up, I mean fucking shut up. I'm not being a jerk. I'm gonna fucking kill myself if you don't fucking shut up. And that's where I was last night. She got mad and said, that's it, I'm fucking leaving. And I go, good, see ya, pack your shit, get the fuck out of here, I'm done with you. And, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I realized to myself, I don't have to do this with this damn maggot. And I called Queenie a maggot, because she looks like a maggot. I call her a crotch cricket and a maggot. Every goddamn rotten thing I could think of. Christ is freaking out. Then it escalated even higher. I got furious, and I said, you know what? I don't give a fuck what you all think. Send me to jail, send me to hell, send me to fucking purgatory. Whatever you gotta do, do it. I am done. And that was that. Then all these people started coming, running around, finding out what was going on, screaming about Christ. He was actually cool. This is one of the cooler ones. And he agrees with me that I shouldn't have to do it. But here's the maggot doing it. And he don't want to do it to me. He said, I don't want to do this to you, but they wanted this done. And I'm like, no, I don't care what they want. I don't care about the high commander of Christ, and I don't care about Jesus Christ, and I don't care about all this other stuff. I go, you know where I'm at. I've been here. I've done every damn thing you asked for. Everything. And I'm happy here. But in this sex thing, you're wrong. I'm sick and tired of it. I need to be healed, not... So, that happened. Christ left. He came back a while later with friends. They all looked at me. They grabbed me, hauled me off. They hauled me off. They hauled me off. So I'm here. I'm standing in front of this lady. And she says all this stuff to me. I don't know what it was. Introducing me what's going to happen next. Then, here I am. The High Commander again. I don't think it was him, but it sounded more or less like him. This High Commander guy. And Christ told me they went and got my reviews just to check to see what I was saying. Because I made it very nice. I wasn't swearing. I was fury, but I wasn't swearing. I wasn't cursing as much. And I was very specific. I'm not doing this. I go, check the fucking memo, right? Check the records or whatever. And I said that. And this is what he got them to do. Buddy went, got the records. Took like a fucking hour. He finally got the records. He came back and read them. And guess what? Happy Rich. And Grace freaking out. I didn't know. I go, I told you 100 times. And everything they did to me for the last 7 years is recorded in these memos. But no one wants to go dig them up and read them. Okay? No one wants to read 7 years of shit. And that's why Grace just figured he's just going to keep on doing it. Because he don't want to go back and read it. No one else does, but I made them. So, they went back and read it. They read everything. I had 35 events where they took essence out of my nuts. 35. I passed all I'm a normal guy across the board with a little bit of perversion. Guy, girl, sex, that's it. There's a little bit of perversion in there. Nothing bad. And that's what the lady said. And she read off every damn sex thing that happened to me that Christ gave me for 7 years while I was in Christ. Christendom, they call it. Anyway, I had 6 of these tests. No, I think it was 13 or 6. Anyway, it was over the top. You only need 1. I've had like 13 or 6 or something. Christ is freaking out. The guy that's with me, he's helping me. I'm like, I'm done with this. And she was doing the same damn thing that all the others did. And I'm done with it. And I told him, I looked at my, and then I went back. They got done that. I went back. Everybody's freaking out. My wife's crying. And that took like 2 hours, by the way. So now it's 4 o'clock, 4 a.m., and I'm laying in bed. I'm awake, laying in bed, listening and watching all this. Then, I told my kids, someone else came, and my kids were there, and they're all freaking out. My wife's crying, because she was about to leave me. And she was. And I told her, pack your shit and go, because I'm not bending. This is wrong. I'm tired of it. And this is my issue. I go, give me a fucking brain scan for 4 hours. I don't care. You ain't fucking with my fucking sex life. I'm sick of it. I gotta go down in a snake pit full of fucking sick people having sex, and I gotta go join them? Fuck off. I am not doing it. Done. It's not my thing, man. Hey, whatever you guys like to do, cool. Have at it. But not this guy. And here I am in Christ, and they're doing this to me. I got 100 variables of why they're doing it to me. I'm sick of it. Been there, done that. Done it. So, I'm with Christ. He says he's sorry. And I go, yeah, you just didn't want to go read it. You just didn't want to go read the records. That's why. And I had to go through all this shit just to get someone to go read the records so you could find out, yeah, Rich is right. My wife's crying, the kids are crying, the kids are sucking up her. Julie comes over, she's hugging me and crying because she was mad at me for not doing what Jesus said. And Angela, same thing. Fucking messed up. They're okay. Everybody's fucking crying. And I go, look, I go to Angela and Julie, I go, look, you guys, I go, when you know you're right inside, when you know you're right, no matter what happens, you gotta fucking stand up. And you gotta stand up. And I said, I was ready to throw myself under the bus, man. I was ready to leave Christianity. I had to accept in my head, I had to leave Christianity. All the worst case scenarios. What's gonna happen with this decision if I don't have sex with this maggot? And they call her Queenie, as in Queen Bee. And Queen Bee is fertility and sex and love juices and stuff. Anyway, you get it? Holy fuck. So, and she's about the size of a bee too, like this big. Big as my head, swirling around in me. I don't even think she's got a face. It's weird, man. It's weird. Anyway, I go, kids, I was ready to leave Christianity, go live in zero, lose everything I've done for the last 7 years. I know what to do now to heal myself. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. I don't know. I didn't know which way the wind was blowing. Didn't even care. I was ready to do, and then anyway, I'm down. We're all down there celebrating, talking, getting over our little trauma. Me standing up for myself, and everybody's proud of me. Christ said he was on my side the whole time. He didn't want to do it to me, but he has a script he has to fulfill. Okay, and he said, I don't want to do this, but we got to do it. And he goes, by you calling me names, you're making it worse. And I go, well, no one's listening, and the only way I get results is by fucking screaming my head off and violence. That's the only way. If I sit here and go, Jesus, I do not want to do this again. It is very appropriate for me. I've been through it many times. That's fine, Richard, but here we go. Now do it. Okay? And nothing changes. But if I punch him in the fucking jaw and scream and yell 20 different bad names, everybody hears it. I make a big fucking fuss and shit gets done. I don't do that in the physical world. Okay? I'm not that in the physical world, but in this spirit world, man, Richard, my ego is doing this with my soul. I do it. I don't care. It's almost like I'm not part of it, but I am, right? It's weird. Some other people came and said because you yelled at Jesus, that's a crime against whatever. And Jesus goes, I drop no charges. They go, thank you very much. But Christ has rules, and Christ's consciousness has rules. And one of those rules is you don't yell bad names at Jesus. Off I go. They stick me in Jesus jail. It's not really a jail. Fuck. So I went to jail. Kids are screaming, wife's screaming, Jesus screaming, other people are coming. Then I don't know if they handcuff me, but I'm like, yeah, fuck, whatever. It's nice and quiet. So they stick me in jail. It's quiet. It's nice and quiet. Soon, everybody that was down there, I'm up on a higher tier, everybody that was down there comes up to the higher tier. Now I got a million voices in my head, and I'm fucking like, juice, give me some juice, man. So Jesus is trying to juice my head. I'm laying there, and we're all talking, and the jail guy, he said, keep it quiet. And I'm like, yeah, wait. You have no idea what's coming for you. Yeah, and so pretty soon everything's loud. He kicked us out of jail, stuck us outside of the jail, because it was so loud. And he didn't know what to do, so he like handcuffed me or something, tied me down outside the jail. Everybody's out there. Then they take me and they put me in this other room in the jail building. And I'm there. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just want to sleep, man. I just want to go to bed. And so we're all talking. And the jailer was really nice. He was a really nice guy. He goes, these are the rules. And there was like nothing, just like, stay here until the review people come and know what they do with you. And I'm like, yeah. I go, it's nice and quiet. And he goes, yeah, pretty quiet here. I'm like, can I get some sleep? And he goes, yep. I'm like, thank you. Can I move in? I'm like, can I move in? Because it was quiet at the time before everybody came. Everybody came. They stick me in this building, and I'm in a chair, and I'm talking to Christ, and I'm talking to my wife and the kids, and a couple other people are around, important political Jesuses or something, lawyers and things. I don't know. Then I talking with them, and all of a sudden I feel this thing. It's like this. It's like a paper going. It says a phone. It's invisible, and it's like a TV screen. And all of a sudden I'm looking, and I can see this see-through TV screen. It's like a TV screen. It's see-through, and it goes right up to my head like that, and it's coming into my skin, and it passes into my head. And he gets halfway. He gets this screen that's invisible. It's like a glass. And it comes into my head like that. Halfway into my head. And it surrounds my head. And now I got like a TV screen around my head. And then all of a sudden he starts turning these things on the side of my head. And my skins are going, right? So my skins are like this, right? And and I'm going, what the hell are you doing, right? You tightening my skins or something? And he goes, nope. And he won't tell me anything, right? And I'm like, whatever. And when he squeezed it, the voices went away. So I'm like, yeah, right on. I go, yeah, tighter. Make the voices go away. So I thought it was a voice remover, right? And finally, as he's talking, I find myself falling asleep, but everything's still loud, but I can't stay awake. So I know they threw some powder on me, or they're doing something to me to make me fall asleep, and physical. And as I fall asleep, I enter this dream. And I'm on top of a building, and I'm walking on the side of a skyscraper, and I look down. There's a building across me. I look down, and it goes down like this, and there's little cars on the street. And all of a sudden I went, oh, fuck, and I went, like that, and I woke up, and he goes, and all of a sudden it went, as I woke up, I'm looking down, I went, oh, the guy freaked, because I'm really afraid of heights, and I was right on the side of this building, walking like on this big a cement line on the side of this building, and I was about to just die, and all of a sudden it went, and it took a picture of what I was seeing. And I woke up, and the picture's still there, and I'm still looking at the picture, and he goes, objective, or no, he said, depth of field, and he goes, we need a depth of field, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, don't worry about it, this is one of your biggest fears, right? And I'm like, yeah, and he goes, well, we need a picture of it. What made you freak out? Well, that's what makes me freak out, I don't want to die. I mean, I watch videos of people standing outside the buildings with a GoPro on their forehead. They look down, they're jumping around. I can't watch that. I can't watch it. I feel like I'm going to die sitting in my chair. So anyway, that was the only thing he did. And he put me to sleep again, but he never took a picture. And that was that. I woke up from that, and then all of a sudden they shipped me off outside, and here I am standing in front of this big Christ. I got my Christ that's nice to me, and I got my wife and kids here. And all of a sudden, this guy, he's coming out and he's reading everything I've done concerning the last 8 years with psyops and lesson dreams and sex, everything. And no, he was reading off everything I said pertaining to this issue towards Christ. That's what it was, yeah. Everything I said towards all the Christ when I started from the Sisters of Eve, somewhere like the first day of the Sisters of Eve, he read everything I said in my ego. Like everything was recorded. He read it all, man. All the bad, all the good, all the love. And he read it all. And it took like fucking 2 hours or more. I fell asleep. And so he's reading us, and I can pick out the words. And I'm going, I said that. And I can remember me describing events with the Sisters of Eve that happened to me. And me yelling at Christ about it. And all this stuff. And he's reading word for word what I said. Crazy. So I'm experiencing this, and he's going just like a robot. And I go, you're a robot, aren't you? And he didn't break a stride. And I go, Christ, is he a robot? Because there is no Christ there's nobody that can do that. He ain't even took a breath. He ain't moved. He ain't took a breath. And he goes, yeah, there's sort of like a robot. And I'm like, unbelievable. So it's like a hologram, a computer hologram reading this out loud. And he goes, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, couldn't believe it. So I got this computer hologram type thing, Christ, reading this off. Well, these other Christs and important ladies. And they're saying nice things to me. They're all happy about it. They're all happy that I won the case down there and I don't have to do this. And I challenged Christ for what was happening to me. I challenged him and said, no, you're wrong. I'm done. That was huge. I get done that. This guy's reading off. Anyway, that was just a little recap. This guy's reading off this chart for like 2 hours. I fall asleep and I go into this dream. I think this is the time for the dream. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. So, as he's reading this off, I go into this dream. And I am in a school, and there's 4 pictures of ships, you know, like lake freighters. Google lake freighter, and you'll see lake freighters. Well, there was 4 pictures of lake freighters on the wall, and I'm in Christian school, and I'm looking on the boats. There's little windows on the side of the boat, little portholes and things. And I'm looking, and I know there's something in there I got to see. And it's about the other religion, the M religion under Islam. Okay? Now, I'm looking at this, and then behind me is walking people in the hobjobs. And they're walking behind me and they're mad at me because I'm looking at the boats. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't care. I'm looking at the boats. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the boats and I find, but I don't know what I'm looking for in my head. I'm like, why am I fucking looking at these stupid fucking boats? But it's important. My soul's going, they're in there, Rich. It's in there. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, do your thing, right? And I'm dreaming this in the dream. And he's picking these portholes out and he gets information from these portholes on the boats in these paintings on the wall or photographs or something. I don't know. Anyway, I turn around and I leave. Next thing you know, I'm somewhere. I can't remember where, but it happened so fast in the dream. There was these Islam guys with the M religion, and they were selling, what's that, crystal meth? They were selling crystal meth to kids. One guy, I came up behind, I saw him selling crystal meth to the kid. I grabbed him, I slammed him down, I slammed him down and handcuffed him. I was a cop in the dream. I handcuffed him and handcuffed him somewhere else. And then I went into the house where it came out of, and I went in the room, and there was this guy, and I've seen him twice in 2 dreams already. I saw this guy, and he was a slug, and I go, "Oh, you think you're pretty cool selling fucking crystal meth to kids, eh?" And he's like laughing at me, right? Like, fuck you. So I I grabbed him. No, I pushed him against the wall, and I put my arm up into his throat like that, and I'm squeezing. And I'm like, "You fucking think it's fucking funny, don't you?" Right? And then I let go, turned him around, and I handcuffed him. And he was bent over a table that had like bags of crystal meth all over it, and fucking weighing scales and cash. And he wasn't a Muslim guy. Islam guy, sorry, whatever. I get mixed up. Anyway, then I have to go somewhere in the dream, but I turn around and I leave. The other police that I was working with grabbed these guys and took them to jail, I'm assuming, because I turned around and left. And I'm going to continue with the next video. Okay. Then I'm standing on a street. It is out in the country, up high on a hill, and I look down the hill. There's a squared off field, a huge, like 20 acres field, and it's squared off with a road around it, and it's growing green stuff like plants, some kind of corn or something. And there's a dike that runs on the far side. And on the far end of the dike, on the other side of the dike, is the ocean, all the way to Japan, or whatever. I'm thinking, well, and it's storming. It just got done, a major storm. There's a storm that just left, and it's still spitting. And there's a guy in a tractor in the middle of not in the middle of the field, but he's on the dike, in the middle of the dike, in the middle of the field. So if this is the square field, okay, if this was a field that's squared off, he would be here, and this would all be ocean here. Now I can go this way, or I can go this way around to get to here. This is where I gotta go. But I want to see the guy in the tractor, which is on the dike here. So I decided to go this way, but it was damn near midnight. It was really dark out, and it was raining, and everything's slippery, and I didn't want to go the short way to walk along the dike to get to the tractor to see my friend. I wanted to go the short way that was safer, because the dike is only like 4 feet, and it's all mud. So I walk up the dike, it's all mud, and there's footprints all over it, but the tractor's sitting there with my friend in it. I don't know why, but I'm going to see my friend in the tractor, but I have to go do something else beyond him, something further, but I don't know what it is. But I just wanted to, before I go do that, I wanted to say hi to my friend as I walk by, right? Or, just jump on the tractor and say, "Hey man, what's going on?" And so I get up on the dike, and I look, and the water's going, this all stormy water. And I look out to the horizon, and there's a big black cloud, and it gets black out in the water, like towards the horizon. There's a huge black cloud, and the water's choppy, and it's cold, and I was like, fuck. But I go, well, scary as it is, I'm going to see my friend, so fuck it. And so I'm walking on this side of the dike as best I can, and I'm sliding, my foot's sliding, and I'm almost sliding into the field. Because if I knew I was walking and it's a drop, from the dike right into the water. So if I slipped, I'd be in the water, and there's no fucking way out, right? I'm like, fuck it, fuck that, I ain't doing it. So I'm standing on this side, I'm walking, and I'm looking, and then I hear the guys in the field say something. I forgot what they said, and it was something pertaining to what's going on in reality here. No, he goes, I know what he said. He goes, well, the storm has passed, but it might have turned, it might be coming back. The farmer said that. And I heard that, and I said, well, fuck, I better get walking and get to my friend before, in case this other storm comes back, because I heard him saying that. So I'm walking, and just before I get to the tractor, I wake up. Now, from the tractor, I had to keep going down the dike to get to the place I was going. And then my thought was I had to get to the boats that were dropping off the drugs in the country. They're dropping off the drugs in the country. I had to go to the boat to get to intercept the shipping and receiving of the fucking drugs or whatever. You know, where they drop it off the boat and put it on the land, the guy picks it up and runs away. I was going to go bust that up. But on the way there, I wanted to say hi to my friend. But before I even got to my friend, I had to wait. I woke up. So I woke up from that. As soon as I woke up, the robot is still reading. And everybody's getting freaked out and everybody's excited. And they're remembering what happened. He gets done. After that, then some other guy comes and he says all this stuff. Basically, I got one thing against me. But other than that, I'm happy. I'm golden. And I don't know what that means, one thing. Maybe it was the same one thing from the last dream I had. I don't know. But as all this was going on, I go, don't listen to this. I go, Christ. I go, I had a dream. He goes, shh, the guy's reading. I don't like, yeah, he's been reading for 2 fucking hours. I go, who cares about it? I go, listen to this dream I had. It's about what's going on. He goes, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why is Christ so intrigued by my dreams? If Christ knows everything, then what's the dream? Why does he want to know the dream more than I do? Right? And so I tell him the dream. He's freaking. Whatever that fucking dream meant, he's freaking out. So, and Christ, he goes, was it raining out? Was it storming? I go, no, the main storm passed, whatever. And he goes, was it raining? It was spitting, just a little bit of spit. And there's a storm on the horizon. And I don't know if the storm on the horizon was coming or going, but it was there and it was scary. But I walked along the dike and I was headed towards the guy in the tractor, which was him. He was the guy in the tractor. And I was going to see my friend, Christ. Because this is the only Christ so far that ever believed me and stood up for me when the fucking high commander of fucking heaven was yelling at me, screaming at me, accusing me of all this shit. Christ goes, yeah, he did it, but I drop all charges. But I'm still accused under Christ consciousness because there's Christ consciousness rules and then there's personal rules. So I got charged under the Christ consciousness rules. I'm like, whatever, don't care. I go, this shit's changing, I'm never doing it again. He goes, I agree with you, let's go do this. And he goes, I hope you win, I hope you know what you're doing. And I said, I fucking do. And that was it. I'm going, I've had it. So he read off all the stuff that happened. Then the girl came back, a guy came, and a girl came, and they both read off my sentence and basically said, Rich, you're clear to go. You're right with everything. Kids started crying, wife started crying again. We all went back down to where we left, where they dropped us off. I'm sitting there telling Christ the dream. My wife's crying, my kids crying, I'm holding my kids. Julie's hugging me. And, fuck, it was crazy. This is the second thing that happened, okay? Which is damn near a repeat of the first. So then, I'm telling Christ the dream. He's more intrigued in the dream because the dream is telling everything that happened in the last few days. Okay? Now, what the drugs are and who these people that are bringing this drugs in, I don't think it's drugs. I think it's like propaganda or information or the changing or something. Something's going on in Christ consciousness. Something's going on in Christ consciousness where there's people changing the rules or something. I don't know. I can't say specifically. But I know it because of my inner light. That's why. And I'm always asking, well, why does this shit happen to me? It's like it's forced on me to get me out of here. But I hold true, and I ask for Mom to help defend me, my inner light, my spark, and she won't. But she did today. She came today, and she goes, I'll defend them, I'll defend them, I'll defend them. And she just chanted it real loud so everybody heard it. So, we're all down there, back where we were. Christ, we're all happy, and I go, Christ, thanks for sticking up for me. I told my kids I had to do what I had to do. I had to get rid of everything in my head to go back to zero. And wherever that zero led, I don't know, but I was fucking sick of it. I had to. And he goes, and other people came. Then all of a sudden, a newspaper guy goes, "What's your full name?" I go, "Richard Jason Marrows." And he goes, "Thank you." And then Craze had a chat with him. So I think they're doing another write up in the newspaper. And that's all I heard of that. Then we were standing there, and this guy comes. Another Christian guy, like a little politic guy or something. He comes up and he goes, we have to move you to somewhere else. We have to move you to another Christ, like right now. And I'm like, no, I'm staying here. He goes, yeah, but you're yelling at this Christ. And I go, yeah, so. I go, he just defended it. He just fucking defended everything I did. I ain't letting this guy go. He's the guy who put the thing on my back, where to close up the boxes and the skins are tight, put me back in the illusion. He's the man. He's defending me. No Christ has done that yet. Not to this level. Even though this Christ has got to implement the shit that's on me with the love maggot. He's got to implement that and do it, because that's the rules. But he don't want to. And I'm like, you're the man. Now this guy comes and he's taking him away. And he's separating my wife and kids. And I'm going somewhere else to be healed. And I go, no, man. I go, no, that ain't the deal. We're not having that. Let's go right back to court. I go, let's go to jail. Put me in fucking jail right now, because I ain't going back. I go, my wife and kids are fucking staying here. They're the only reason I'm still alive. This guy backed me up when everybody else was ready to throw me under the bus, which are goddamn rules. I go, this guy and my wife and kids, well, they're all staying. And he goes, that the end of it? That's the end of it. And he goes, okay. He leaves. We're all fucking talking again. And I'm like, it ain't over. Something else is coming. Sure as shit. Another guy comes. Christ has to leave. I get the kids. But I'm going to wisdom. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to wisdom for? I don't need to learn anything else. I want to fucking leave. Hear me up. And he goes, that's the end of it. So after wisdom, I'm hanging on to Christ. I'm going, I get my wife. I go, hey, come here. She goes, what? I go, get this guy's name. He's Christ. They're all called Christ. But I go, remember this guy. Because when we need help, we're going to him. All right? When we get thrown under the bus in wisdom, because it's going to happen, wisdom's going to do something. Wisdom Christ up there in the fucking 7th or 8th tier, he's going to do something that's going to piss me off, and I'm going to be fucking thrown under the bus, and I'm going to have no one to back me up, and I go, you get this Christ's name, and that's it. And so she did. She knows him. I know my heart knows him, my innocence knows him, and the kids know him, so we can always go to him for help. And he goes, don't worry, we'll be seeing each other again real fucking soon. I'm like, yeah, that's right. So I'm cool with this Christ. He backed me up. No other Christ ever did. Even when I yelled bad things at him. He knew I was frustrated and pissed. And then when they read they did the review. Solid. I was fucking solid. Told them all. It was like, right? Up to wisdom I go. I get up to wisdom. My head is fucking screaming. 1,000 fucking voices. Shit I never heard before. I go, dude, my head's screaming. And he goes, yeah, I know. So I'm talking. I'm listening to other people going on what's going on, and I'm hearing wisdom. And I could see the guy, he had a skinny face. And anyway, he reaches into me, and he's putting me back in the, I realize he's putting me back in the strap thing in my spine. Anyway, so it's the box. It holds you in. It takes your soul or whatever. Put you back in the illusion. So he put me back in the illusion and tightened me up. I keep popping out of it. And I popped out of it last night during my big fight of all this. So, here we are in illusion. Finally, he's done screwing around. They're getting me all settled up. I bring in Christ consciousness again. I bring him in my back. And so I'm talking, I'm saying, so, I forgot what I was talking to Christ about up here in illusion. I said, well, what do I got to learn? Because if it's about sex, you might as well just stick my ass back in jail right now, because I ain't fucking doing it. And he's talking about all this stuff, and there's like people I ain't never seen. Like there's like 5 people running around going nuts, like Christ and stuff. Then all of a sudden I'm just sitting there hanging out, thinking, oh, I want to go to bed. I really want to go to bed. But I'm sitting there looking at all these people, and I'm thinking of all the things I gotta do. So when this is all over, I'm gonna get up, sit down at the computer, and I'm gonna bring in my soul. I'm gonna release, bring myself back into the grip thing in my back. The box, it's a bunch of important skins that put you in the illusion, reality, your soul. I'm thinking about the routine I gotta do, but I gotta do it. But I haven't been asleep yet. Anyway, I'm thinking about that, and all of a sudden I can feel like energy coming out of my nuts. And it's like a cigarette burn on your balls. And it's a line of energy coming out from your guts, from your bladder area, and it's coming out of each nut energy. And I'm up in the 7th tier. And I'm like, well, fuck this, right? This is not supposed to happen. And I go, Christ, come with me now. Somebody's stealing my energy from my nuts. And I tell them that, and all of a sudden, boom, I take off. I don't know fucking what I was doing. I could feel it was sucking me. So I followed the suck. And I left. And I will myself to whoever's doing this. Follow the suck, And it's like, if I just let go, whoever's sucking the energy will just reel me in. And I'm like, pow. That's the plan, right? So he's reeling me in. I'm following the energy. I'm going right to the person. But I'm going linear in a line, like on this tier. I'm going linear, and I'm heading east. Eastern United States. So, no, east. Almost due east. I'm heading east, laying in my bed. But it's that east. Anyway, I know it's in the States. I'm going. All of a sudden, I'm flying. And all of a sudden it's like sucking down. So I turn and I start going down towards, and I get close. There's a kid with a toque on, laying in bed. He has a t-shirt and shorts or underwear, and he's laying in bed on his goddamn phone watching. And this kid's like 16, 17, 18, somewhere like that. All of a sudden, I'm looking at the kid, and there's a big blob sitting there beside the kid. 2 Christs come out of nowhere, fucking grab this blob guy, pull the blob guy up. The kid don't move. The blob guy, he's going, freaking out. He pulls him up, and they start pulling him away, and I start backing away. They take him off the blob guy. So I'm thinking this blob entity thing was sucking the energy's kid, but the kid was watching my videos on YouTube, and he had this blue toque on it. It was a blue or black toque, dark colored toque. Anyway, they pulled this entity off the kid. The entity was sucking the energy, but the kid was watching me on YouTube, and I think the entity was sucking the energy, sexual energy off the kid and me at the same time, because he was watching me on YouTube or something. I don't know. This is the impression I got, and it was really good. And I was on the East Coast. But the thing was, I'm going to go back. when I first left, I was flying towards the kid, linear. And all of a sudden I thought, well, this is going to take forever, right? And all of a sudden I just got this impression, a download from Mom. And she goes, well, bring it to you. Bring it to you. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, you don't have to fly to it. Bring it to you. All of a sudden it just shifted. I stopped flying, and my objective came to me. I just saw myself, the tunnel coming past me, but I was stationary. But everything was coming towards me, like this, towards me. I wasn't flying towards it anymore, or projecting myself, willing myself to it. All of a sudden it came to me. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, that's the first time that ever happened, right? And it was fucking mind blower. So I'm going to try that again next time I go when they let me. But anyway, it was a mind blower. It's the first time I ever brought it to me. Because there's zero space and time, right? So it was all perception. I always thought I had to go there. But I could bring it to me. Just by a twist of the thoughts and the will. She was bringing it to you, and I willed it. And it came to me instead. Fucking fascinating, man. That was priceless. That was priceless. First time that ever happened. And Mom told me how to do it. They grabbed the bad guy. So anyway, whoever's watching my videos, you're welcome. I took the demon off you. Alright? So, but if you know who I'm talking about, if you have a toque and you're wearing it in bed and you're watching my videos on the iPhone, could you rate me? I just took that big fat sick demon off you. You're welcome. Anyway, I came back. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. Time to get up, but I never fucking slept. And here I am making this video. It's 9 o'clock now. I got 9 minutes left, so I'm going to cut these short. My battery's almost gone. And sorry it was a long one, but I had to get it all out. And hopefully, I guess I'm taking fucking drugs. Headache or no headache, I'm taking drugs tonight to go to bed. I got a bottle of whiskey. I drink that fucking whiskey just to get drunk to go to sleep. But you know what? There's so much goddamn sugar in it, my heart's going all night long, and I can't sleep anyway. So whiskey and beer and alcohol don't work. So I guess it's aspirin. Damn. They're all excited right now. Something's going on, but I can't hear it very well. All right, guys. Later.